Hello, this is Thomas Hazel, founder and CTO here at ChaosSearch. Today I'm going to do a very quick, less than 10-minute demonstration of our new capability, our new generative AI capability called Chaos Assistant. You can think of it as an AI assistant to help you explore and analyze the data that ChaosSearch manages. Just simply streaming your data into S3. We automatically index it. You publish views into that data, search SQL, and now a AI interface, a conversational interface into your data. So let me get started. This service has already been connected to a demonstration account. Our service connected to a particular US East 1 region and has a variety of data. You can see here I'm pointing to different capabilities, views, search, SQL, as well as this new conversational interface. So I'm going to start a conversation about asking and analyzing security information. I purposely set up RBAC controls so me, the user, can see 5 views: CloudTrail, process logs, ELB, IP location, and Twitter. And I'm going to ask, even beyond this description, which one of these data sets would I use to perform security audits? Now, you may know the answer, but maybe you don't. And so you can see it says CloudTrail view is the one you want to utilize. So I ask, could you write me a SQL query that detects logins? Now, CloudTrail monitors a whole bunch of aspects of your Amazon environment, but quickly, easily, I can ask, it gives me a SQL query, and I can cut and paste this into our SQL tooling, but I can have a conversation right here, and you can see what time it happened, the IPs, and the user roll-on rules from that. So I asked, hey, which one of these data sets would I use to analyze operating systems, such as Linux processes? Because again, now I know access into the environment, but what are the processes running within the environment? And so it gives me the answer that the Amazon process log view is one that I may want to leverage to do this analysis. So I ask, can you please list commands that one will look for with respect to security and threat detection within a Linux operating system, right? You know, if you're not familiar with Linux or this is a role you have at your company, with this AI assistant, it will help you identify the type of commands. And you can see here, there are 10 that have made a recommendation of security or threat. So I ask, could you write an Elasticsearch query that looks for each one of these and write and execute this? And so within the process log view, I want to analyze or at least find any one of these commands within this view. And so I run it. Now I could have specified the time by just default it, and now I can do it manually here. I could ask it for the last year and it would have specified the time automatically. But you can see here, all these logs were associated with those particular Unix-based commands. You can see here, and here's one of them. Perfect. Really flexible, really easy. So then from here, I ask, which one of these data sets would I use to analyze the web traffic, the activity of my site? So I now have Amazon CloudTrail to know what is happening in the environment. I have the commands running in the EC2 units, and now I'm asking externally what's coming in, and it's selected ELB, the ELB log view. So knowing that the logs have clients all over the world accessing the site, I asked, could you write me a SQL query that joins ELB log view, given the client IP address, with this fact table, this reference table of IP to location view, and match it with the external IP, the location. And so what the AI assistant helps me is write a SQL command that I can run. Now, again, I could have cut and paste this, and it's joined these two worlds together. It's taken the client IP, and it's told me where it came from, wherever in the world. Really powerful, really wonderful. So then from here, I may want to know more about what Amazon's talking about with respect to best practices and security, etc. So I ask, can you write me an Elasticsearch query that looks up Amazon Cloud in this Twitter event view that talks about security? And so within this environment, I ask, hey, how can I search this? And it comes back with an elastic query that I can run. And I say, yes, let me run this. Again, I could have specified time, but again, I'm just going to choose the last 5 years. And what you'll see here is the ability to hunt this Twitter view of Amazon events talking about security. So I found 2. I open up one of them. And what you see here is I scroll down the text of that particular tweet, and I see that there was an event in 2018, a re:Invent, that I can go click on. And it was a recap of the 2018 re:Invent security conference. Pretty powerful. So then from here, I would like to do some richer analysis of this Twitter data. And there are so many attributes. Twitter events are so complex, nested arrays, et cetera, et cetera. So I ask, what is the syntax I would use to do a JPath, to do a dynamic pull out of this complexity of this Twitter data on this attribute, extended tweet entries, hashtags? It's a complex array, but I don't want to do a SQL or Elastic command. Just give me the syntax on how I do that, because from this information, I'm going to go to the refinery, our view refinery, and create a physical field dynamically. So let me show you. So I'm going to cut and paste that capability. Pretty straightforward. But then I go into this view tab, and I'm going to create a new Twitter view. This view is going to be what I had before plus a new field. So I'm going to search for this attribute. And I'm going to select materialize via JSON path. And I'm going to add a new field called hashtags. And then use the query path technique. Then I can remove the actual name because I'm on the name. And you can see here, let's do a little refresh, that I'm pulling this complicated nested array of information and just pulling out the particular hashtags. It's perfect. And so I'm going to say sort these events by creation time. And I'm going to create this view, a new view. I'm going to call it Twitter event view underscore hashtag. It's going to have a new field that will allow me to physically access this without having to do anything, parsing strings, etc. So you see it's popped in. I can run the query, lots of tweets, and you can see here that I have a new field called hashtags that I didn't have in that other view, but now with our view creation, our refinery, I now have a new field that allows me to better access, better manage that information. But what if I wanted to do it dynamically on query? I also can do JSON path via SQL. So let me bring up my SQL editor via our superset integration. And I'm going to cut and paste that SQL command. I already had it here. And what you see is I'm running a SQL query, pulling that dynamically so it can be very flexible. And I'm printing out the tweet, the text that was stated, plus the hashtags. As you can see here, it has security aspects. I also can do this for Elastic. So let me go to the open dashboard. Again, I can do it physically on views. I can do it virtually or instantly on query. And you can see here, I'm now querying via open dashboard this dynamic pulling of cloud and security. Pretty powerful. And the key thing with Chaos is that I can explore with my Chaos assistant. I can ask it questions on how to analyze. I can ask it how to use the tools I have and how to best utilize it, both on Chaos tooling or high-level tools like Open Dashboard or Superset. And you can see here I grabbed a particular tweet, cut and paste it into the browser, and I can see the topic. It was about Cisco doing some type of promotion. So I want to thank you for the time, and come check out chaossearch.io. Thank you.